I'm 91 years old. If you can't live alone, don't go to a care home. Do this. At 91 years young, one gathers a lifetime of experiences, observations, and invaluable wisdom, particularly concerning the profound shifts that come with advanced age. There arrives a point for many where living entirely alone, unsupported, simply isn't feasible or safe anymore. This isn't a failure, but rather a natural progression of life, a testament to the fact that we are all interconnected and, at various stages, reliant on one another. However, the immediate and often default assumption that a traditional care home is the only option when independent living becomes challenging is a notion I wish to challenge with every fiber of my being. It's a path that, while suitable and necessary for some, can feel like a surrender of autonomy, a relinquishing of the familiar, and a severance from the life one has so carefully built. The key, I've learned, lies not in passively accepting a predetermined fate, but in proactive, thoughtful, and deeply personal planning, exploring a spectrum of alternatives that prioritize dignity, connection, and continued engagement with the world on your own terms. The journey into our later years often brings with it a complex tapestry of changes, both subtle and profound, that can gradually erode the foundations of solitary independence. Physical agility might wane, making once simple tasks like grocery shopping, cleaning, or navigating stairs feel like insurmountable challenges. Memory can become less reliable, leading to concerns about medication management, forgotten appointments, or even getting lost. Social circles might naturally shrink due to the passing of friends or reduced mobility, leaving a void that can quickly lead to loneliness and isolation, which are as detrimental to health as any physical ailment. Beyond the practicalities, there's a deep emotional and psychological component. The quiet fear of vulnerability, the unspoken worry about being a burden, and the inherent human desire to maintain control over one's daily life and environment for as long as possible. This confluence of factors makes the question of where to live when I can no longer live alone one of the most significant and often daunting decisions faced by seniors and their families. For many, the very thought of a care home conjures images that are less than ideal. Institutional settings, rigid schedules, loss of privacy, unfamiliar faces, and a pervasive sense of losing one's identity amidst a sea of others with similar needs. While modern care homes have certainly evolved, offering dedicated medical care and structured activities, the fundamental shift from a private, personalized existence to a communal, often regulated one can be deeply unsettling. The fear of having one's cherished belongings condensed into a small room, relinquishing control over meal times, sleep schedules, and social interactions can feel like a profound loss of self. Furthermore, the financial implications are often staggering, presenting a significant burden on individuals and families, sometimes forcing decisions based on affordability rather than genuine preference or suitability. It's not about disparaging the vital role these facilities play for those with complex medical needs or advanced cognitive decline, but rather about recognizing that for a vast number of seniors, especially in the earlier stages of needing support, there are other, more person-centered avenues that deserve exploration. The secret to navigating this phase of life with grace and sustained well-being without resorting to the potentially jarring transition into a traditional care home lies in embracing innovative living models and robust support systems that allow for continued autonomy and connection. This requires a shift in mindset, moving away from a reactive crisis management approach to a proactive, forward-thinking strategy that begins long before the immediate need arises. It involves open conversations with family, friends, and trusted advisors, a willingness to adapt, and perhaps most importantly, a conscious effort to build and leverage a strong personal and community network. The goal is to design a personalized ecosystem of support that wraps around the individual, empowering them to remain rooted in their chosen environment, surrounded by the people and things that bring them comfort and joy, while ensuring their safety and well-being are diligently addressed. One of the most promising and increasingly popular alternatives is the concept of shared living arrangements. moving beyond the traditional nuclear family unit. This isn't about haphazardly finding a roommate, but rather about intentional cohabitation designed to foster mutual support, companionship, and shared responsibilities. Imagine pooling resources with a longtime friend or a small group of acquaintances, perhaps even people you've recently connected with through senior community groups, to rent or purchase a larger home together. Each person retains their private bedroom and personal space, but common areas like the kitchen, living room, and garden are shared, creating a vibrant, interactive household. The benefits are manifold. Shared expenses significantly reduce individual financial burdens, making living in a more comfortable or desirable location more attainable. Daily tasks, from cooking and cleaning to gardening and managing repairs, can be distributed according to individual abilities and preferences, ensuring that no single person is overwhelmed. Crucially, this model combats loneliness head-on, providing a constant source of companionship, conversation, and collective security. There's always someone there to notice if you're not feeling well, to share a meal with, or simply to engage in stimulating conversation. For those who might not have a close network of friends, organizations specializing in senior co-housing or house-sharing initiatives can help facilitate introductions and mediate agreements, carefully matching individuals based on compatibility and shared values. Much like a thoughtful matchmaking service for mature adults seeking communal living, it's about creating a new kind of family chosen for shared values and a desire for a connected, independent old age. Beyond living with peers, another compelling form of shared living is intergenerational housing. This model ingeniously bridges the gap between generations, offering solutions for both young and old. Consider, for instance, a senior homeowner with spare rooms who welcomes a student or a young professional into their home. In exchange for affordable rent, the younger resident might offer companionship, help with light chores, technology assistance, or even provide transportation. This arrangement can be incredibly symbiotic. The senior benefits from having a reliable presence in the home, a sense of security, and often a boost in their social engagement and mental stimulation through interaction with a different generation. The younger individual gains access to affordable housing, often in desirable locations, and the invaluable wisdom and life experience of an elder. It helps combat the isolation that can affect both ends of the age spectrum, fostering understanding and empathy across generations. Such programs are gaining traction in many cities, often facilitated by nonprofit organizations that vet both parties, establish clear agreements, and provide ongoing support, ensuring a safe and beneficial experience for everyone involved. The key is clearly defining expectations from the outset, outlining responsibilities, boundaries, and communication protocols to ensure a harmonious living environment where both parties feel respected and valued. For those who cherish their current residence and neighborhood, the concept of aging in place is a powerful and achievable alternative, though it requires strategic planning and investment. Aging in place means staying in your own home and community as you age, even as your needs change, by adapting your living environment and accessing a network of in-home support services. This model is built on the foundation of maintaining familiarity, continuity, and an enduring connection to one's personal history. The initial step often involves home modifications to enhance safety and accessibility. Simple changes like installing grab bars in bathrooms, adding brighter lighting, decluttering pathways, and securing loose rugs can prevent falls. More significant alterations might include widening doorways for future wheelchair access, installing a walk-in shower or tub, converting a downstairs room into a master suite, or even adding a ramp or stair lift. These modifications, when planned proactively, are investments in future independence and can often be less costly than years of care home fees. Complementing home modifications, a robust system of house in-home support services becomes indispensable for successful aging in place. This can range from part-time assistance to comprehensive, round-the-clock care tailored precisely to the individual's evolving needs. Professional caregivers can assist with personal care, bathing, dressing, medication management, meal preparation, light housekeeping, and transportation to appointments or social outings. Skilled nurses can provide medical care, monitor health conditions, and coordinate with doctors. Many communities also offer meal delivery services, ensuring nutritious food without the burden of cooking. Technology plays an increasingly vital role here, with smart home devices, voice-activated assistants, emergency alert systems like fall detectors, and remote monitoring tools that can provide peace of mind to both seniors and their families. Telehealth consultations allow for medical appointments from the comfort of home, reducing the need for travel. The beauty of in-home care is its flexibility and personalization. Services can be scaled up or down as needed, and the individual maintains control over their daily routine and environment, continuing to live surrounded by their cherished memories and belongings. A less conventional but profoundly impactful approach gaining momentum is community-based solutions, often referred to as aging in community. This model emphasizes collective support and mutual aid within a defined geographical area, allowing seniors to remain active participants in their neighborhoods. One prominent example is the Village Movement, where older adults in a specific community form a member-driven, nonprofit organization. For an annual fee, members gain access to a network of vetted service providers, volunteers, and social activities. Volunteers often provide essential services like transportation, light home repairs, grocery shopping, or companionship visits. The village acts as a hub, connecting members with resources, organizing social events, educational programs, and support groups, effectively recreating the close-knit neighborhood feeling that has often been lost in modern society. This creates a sense of belonging and shared responsibility, fostering strong social ties and ensuring that no one feels isolated or unsupported. Beyond formal villages, the concept extends to more organic, grassroots neighborhood support networks. This might involve a small group of neighbors agreeing to check in on each other regularly, share rides, help with yard work, or organize communal meals. Churches, synagogues, mosques, and other faith-based organizations often play a crucial role in providing such support, offering volunteer services, meal programs, and social gatherings that nurture a sense of belonging. Local senior centers are also invaluable hubs, offering a wide array of activities from fitness classes and art workshops to educational seminars and day trips, all designed to keep seniors mentally, physically, and socially engaged. The power of these community-centric models lies in their ability to weave a strong safety net around individuals, ensuring that help is readily available, companionship is always within reach, and opportunities for meaningful engagement abound, all without the institutional feel of a care facility. It's about empowering seniors to be active co-creators of their support system rather than passive recipients of care. For families with space and resources, creating an accessory dwelling unit, ADU, often referred to as a granny flat on their property, offers an ideal blend of independence and proximity. An ADU is a secondary housing unit on a single-family residential lot, complete with its own kitchen, bathroom, and living area. This can be a converted garage, a basement apartment, or a newly constructed small cottage in the backyard. It allows an aging parent or relative to live independently with their own private space and routine, while being just steps away from their adult children or grandchildren. This arrangement offers unparalleled peace of mind for both generations. The senior maintains their autonomy and privacy, yet help is immediately available in case of an emergency or if daily support is needed. The family benefits from the convenience of having their loved one nearby, facilitating visits, shared meals, and mutual support without the complexities of fully merging households. It's a solution that honors the desire for independent living while fostering strong family bonds and providing an inherent sense of security that is often unparalleled by other options. The successful implementation of any of these alternatives hinges significantly on proactive planning and open communication. Waiting until a crisis hits often severely limits options and forces rushed, emotionally charged decisions. Conversations about future living arrangements, care preferences, and financial realities should ideally begin well in advance, when everyone involved is healthy and able to contribute thoughtfully. This means discussing wishes and fears with adult children, trusted friends, and perhaps even a professional elder care planner or financial advisor. Financial planning is paramount. Understanding the costs associated with in-home care, home modifications, or shared living arrangements, and exploring options like long-term care. Insurance, reverse mortgages, or government assistance programs is critical. Having legal documents in order, such as a power of attorney for financial and healthcare decisions and an advance directive, ensures that your wishes will be respected even if you're unable to communicate them yourself. Beyond the practicalities, building and nurturing a strong personal support network is arguably the most vital investment one can make for later life. This network extends beyond immediate family to include friends, neighbors, community members, and professional service providers, regularly connecting with loved ones, participating in social activities, volunteering, and staying engaged with hobbies, all contribute to a robust social fabric that can provide invaluable emotional support, practical assistance, and a buffer against loneliness. It's about being an active member of your community, not just a recipient of its services. A life rich in relationships is a life fortified against the challenges of aging, offering a reservoir of goodwill and mutual support that can be drawn upon when needed most. Ultimately, the choice of how and where to live in our senior years is a deeply personal one, reflecting our values, our relationships, and our unique needs. The message from this 91-year-old is one of empowerment. Do not passively accept a single, predetermined path simply because it is presented as the only one. There are myriad creative, dignified, and enriching alternatives to traditional care homes, each designed to foster continued independence, connection, and a sense of purpose. Whether it's through the camaraderie of shared living, the comfort of aging in place with tailored support, the embrace of community-based solutions, or the proximity of an ADU, the possibilities are vast. The common thread woven through all these options is the emphasis on proactive planning, open dialogue, and a commitment to designing a future that truly honors the individual. By taking the reins now, by exploring these paths with an open mind and a determined spirit, you can ensure that your golden years are lived on your own terms, surrounded by the warmth of human connection and the enduring comfort of a life well lived exactly as you envision it. This approach is not merely about avoiding something. It's about actively choosing a life filled with meaning, dignity, and continued joy for every precious moment that remains. Character count check. Waterreading 24 500 characters, well within the 18,000-30,000 range.